What's good? Welcome to the news. What's good? Welcome to the news. What's good? Yeah. So, just like in the game Zelda, the video game, oh yeah. Deep, 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 that is the rendition of the Zelda video game sound. Oh, but it's the Dinky Tehc version, and it's for the Dinky Tehc video game. Oh yeah. Dinky Tehc Change4Games Studios is like its own video game. Oh yeah. These are part of the little theme songs for the video game Dinky Tehc and Change4Games Studios. Hey. You're gonna start to try to add some screen recordings each day with different sound that is made in hopefully different places and different ways with different collaborations and different energies. Oh, we're trying to reverb into sounds that are gonna be weird DJ sets that are gonna be posted, I guess, on YouTube. Oh yeah, maybe YouTube or some other social spaces. Yeah, it depends, and the context might shift. It also might end up on the podcast. Oh, we'll have to see if we can get the context or the formatting to be able to shift over, to be able to make it make sense, make it work somehow. What is your version of the Zelda introduction video game? Oh yeah, that's part of what I'm talking about, is being able to take different energies in the world and be able to try to retranslate and retriangulate them into different vibrations. Oh yeah, like also breaking down people that live in the sky. Like what? Who's that? Oh yeah, in ancient Roman times. I mean, not ancient Roman times, but the old stories of people in the sky that had different interesting mythological characteristics. Oh yeah, there is an interesting world up in the sky according to that mythological text. Oh, it might come around at a later time. Oh yeah, it ties in with SRF, which is Self-Realization Fellowship. Oh yeah, it ties in with spirituality. It ties in with spiritual finance. Oh yeah, it ties in with philosophy. Oh yeah, it ties in with philanthropy energy. Yeah, which is a culmination of all these types of energies. Oh yeah. So we're trying to transpose and translate some of these sounds and some of these energies into sounds, and those will be presented as little day-to-day items that are symbols of this energy, that are frequencies, that are also symbols that can be characterized by different little nuances that this podcast is supposed to stand for, because this podcast is supposed to be boundless, and that's sort of the purpose. As we make things, we try to simplify things. Simplification is like so to speak, the theme of the day. We're trying to simplify things down and boil it down so that the business steps are a little bit more clean and maneuverable, and such things like regular Nintendo as opposed to Super Nintendo. Super Nintendo made things a little more complicated. Oh yeah, but the regular Nintendo at the first place was like the first thing that a lot of people that are my age at least were able to play, and such things. And then as things stepped up and as time moved on, and now we're in this video game augmented reality world where we're using our phones, and that's what I'm talking about now, is that our phones are like video games, and it's like virtual reality in its own way, and like augmented reality in of itself, although we haven't gotten hardcore with the headsets just yet. Oh yeah, with the regular world being like augmented reality. Oh yeah, but then again, that's what I'm talking about now, is just trying to gamify the process and the starting point and the place that we're at today, so that we're able to gamify the movements and the motions that we make, so that we're making movements in hopefully the right directions to make the greatest impact. Oh yeah, that's the intended purpose by simplifying actually the game, so that it's gamification, but it's also simplified in a way that's digestible and consumable and clean, and motions are smooth, so that the ability to make forward motions is making impact. It's impactful little motions, and we're trying to map that out with wireframes. Oh yeah, but it's actually kind of interesting and intense in this new age world, which there's actually a lot more graphics, and there's actually a lot more technology than ever before, like way more than when NES or Super Nintendo came out for the first time. Oh yeah, very much so. So it's like, in terms of wireframing, in terms of conceptual choices, in terms of infinity that we're surrounded by, and such things, it's a little bit daunting, because necessarily if you're drawing a wireframe map and you are just making a pretend wireframe map, but it's a real wireframe map for Dinky Tehc Change4Games Studios, because in essence there's, like, if you draw a little bridge to another little space in another wireframe, which is another state of mind, which is another progress point, and then you conceptualize where to step from there, then you can conceptualize drawing maybe 47,000 different touch points after that first place of stepping. Oh yeah, it's a little bit daunting, it's a little bit overwhelming to have so many choices indeed, but it's part of the process, I guess. It's part of the video game and such, so actually detracting from the choices, oh yeah, there is a methodology to that. Oh yeah, someone quoted that recently, that billionaires actually make their choices by detracting from all the choices. I mean, they actually make their motions, most significantly by detracting the most choices that are around, because there's so many choices. Oh yeah, and that's one of the significant things in terms of tools, is detracting from not trying to just step on the gas all the time, but it's also being able to take your foot off the brake. Oh yeah, and by doing that, it's also a matter of eliminating what's around you so that you're able to flow and float and such things, because energy wants to go forward as in a natural sort of way. Oh yeah, so when you take your foot off the brake as opposed to just pushing the accelerator all the time, it doesn't work if you push the accelerator all the time if your other foot is on the brake. Oh yeah, couple quotes in there, but it doesn't matter who they're from, because the purpose is the direction of the energy of the words that are spoken and such things. Oh yeah, we're trying to focus on the primary impact so that our little video game that we're talking about today, Dinky Tehc Change4Games Studios, has the ability to have some little trinkets and such things, so we can actually start pushing off into the world of Dinky Tehc Change4Games Studios, whereas Change4Games Studios is actually like the little paradigm that is the augmented reality version of the world that entails being like a gamification process and such things. That's why we started the little podcast out with a little do 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 hey da 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 hey. Hey, because that is the little theme song of our little Zelda version of Dinky Tehc Change4Games Studios for today's episode. Oh yeah, and maybe some more acapella sounds is also intended to make it into the podcast as well. But also, like I said, we might have just like a separate link as a whole to be able to do a full, like a little bit of a set, a DJ set or whatever. It's not a DJ set, but it's like a sound set, I guess you could say, from exposures from other people and other people's energies and such things and frequencies. Oh yeah, like earlier in the day we were talking about listening to the sort of philosophy that came from the mythology stories from the past and such things in the ancient times, in the ancient texts. Oh yeah, so recontextualizing some of that energy into today's podcast as well, into that gamification, into that whole process, into that whole mindset of developing and chasing philanthropic energy is part of the day's news as well, because it's also factored into that weird little sound, that weird little frequency that started off the show. Okay, but the theme is definitely simplificatiousness in terms of trying to simplify something I called, in the past it's called Yonsei Sprillo, which stands for Beyonce, which is different roll-ups selling different companies that also have real estate attached. So each company that's attached has real estate attached, and we're trying to actually sell through the real estate brokerages, if possible, like brokers. We like brokers for other brokers. Oh yeah, that's what we are. And so it's like Airbnb, because we're doing it in a platformification status style, if all things work out, and like a platform like tech status sense. Oh yeah, if we're able to create worlds and such things using AI technology and being up on what's current in terms of what's technology and such things, to be able to make it at the top of mind for what's happening in the world, which is moving super fast, and the AI world states is essentially as things are as of now, and it's only getting faster. Oh yeah, like AI agents, I read somewhere today, are like they're acting. They're not asking you questions, they're just acting now, and they're so gonna just grow from that. Oh, it's very interesting how they're restructuring worlds, and they can restructure little worlds for you as well if you ask them to, just like that, at the snap of a finger. It's very absurd, it's very interesting, it is very powerful, powered by companies, powered by brands. We're taking other brands, we're taking other companies, we're taking other energies, and we're making them we're getting powered by little energies, and we're making those into frequencies, and we're also making those into sound. We're still trying to keep entertainment alive, we're still trying to keep DJing alive, we're still trying to keep having fun alive by gamifying the purpose of augmented reality realities in the current day and state, by gamifying businessification, by talking about wireframing and also making our next steps and simplifying our process to be able to try to make monetary energy, which has to do with developing roll-ups that entails selling different companies in like a packager portfolio. That all have real estate attached, so hopefully we can sell it through the real estate brokerage avenues. For a premium price, because real estate brokers are just, in essence, trying to also package assets, and they want to sell a good price as well, and that's our goal as well. So we want to try to have a collective interest in such things, and also simplify the process by going down the route of the real estate route as well. Hopefully it's possible it can work out, but we're focused on trying to get leads. We're also trying to connect to the territories now where certain elements of those brokerages exist now, in terms of where those brokerages do business now. Trying to source outsourcing for trying to contact and outsource to connect with businesses that are already being sold for sale, and then trying to develop a through line or a connect line between those businesses and other businesses that are for sale. And then also connecting that to the idea of music making and sound making and such things at scale, but not all just AI driven necessarily, like you could do necessarily by just making AI sounds and then stringing them together and trying to optimize them with other AIs and such things to make nice music. Oh yeah, but no, we want to make business music that comes from the heart of people, live living beings. Oh yeah, that's one of the biggest purposes of Dinky Tehc and Change4Games Studios, and Dinky Tehc is a DJ, oh yeah, is to be able to try to withdraw the energy that comes from the core, the heart, the human being, soul, and the energy that's within, and trying to derive that from many humans as a whole, so be able to make business music by deriving what's the art inside of the heart, where the art is inside of the heart, where the art is inside of the heart, how to find the art that's inside of the heart of all folks, and yeah, trying to withdraw that and put that out into a display so that people are able to follow each other based on that art that's inside of the heart that is in essence expressing the highest art, which is giving. Giving is the highest art, giving is the highest art, and giving is the highest art, giving is the highest art. So therefore, when we are expressing ourselves in the highest format, that we're just giving to each other all around the world in a global giving games, and that expression, that physical expression, is not only like a game, but it's also art. It's like physical, augmented reality, physical and digital augmented reality. Oh, games like Pokemon Go coming together. Oh, it's also called Phygital. Oh, yeah, it's very interesting if it can all come together, because giving is the highest form of art, and it's the newest form of art that's not yet taken the world by storm just yet, because giving is not caught on, but necessarily there's so many people that want to give, and they're withheld from doing so. Philanthropy energy is what is lacking in the world, so that is our duty, is to try to expand and spawn on that energy to get it out there more so by using this technology, and it's hopefully becoming more seamless to be able to transition through these barriers because of technology, and also people's understanding, hopefully, of coming around that giving is the highest form of art. So with social media and all these little art forms that are out in social media world, that it's also possible to transition a lot of this art into the realm that entails passing on giving as the highest form of art, so that everyone acknowledges giving is the highest form of art, and therefore it's much easier to transition into the global giving games, because everyone is able to acknowledge this is the highest form of art, and everyone can be giving, and on social media. Oh, and giving takes over on social media into the global giving games. Oh, yeah, that's what Change4Games Studios is trying to dictate a structure for and around for people to fall into within that focus and that motion, that physical motion. I was also gonna say that is also like a form of social media in of itself. Travel is like a form of social media in of itself. Traveling is like, it's movement, it's motion, it's like a form of social media, because again, you can track that, it's energy, and that can be translated into art, that can be translated into sound, that can be translated into frequency, that can be translated then into business frequency. Business music is what I mean, and that is the basis for, that is what is helping to create philanthropy energy. Oh yeah, it's like when there's sensors in the ground and people walk on those sensors and they create electricity. Oh yeah, they're already walking anyways, they're already doing motion, so therefore travel is like social media, it's like its own form of social media. Oh yeah, it's like in the ground, when you have sensors in the ground, it develops electricity when you step on those sensors. Oh yeah, it's existing energy, but it's just transitioning that into something that we're just talking about, transposing that concept into business music energy, business music, transposing that into philanthropy energy automatically, because the systems are set up that way to acknowledge that the value of philanthropy energy is so high and so significant, because giving is the highest form of art, and art is the backdrop of all social media. As it is now, but giving is what's left out. It's the component that's missing from the global giving games, from everybody to be playing the global giving games as it is, because this energy, this potential energy for everyone to be playing as kids has not been yet realized, to be able to circle that back around into philanthropy, in terms of philanthropy energy, to be able to make everyone play together as kids. Oh yeah. Oh, yeah. So, in terms of simplifying, how do we simplify this process? We're trying to make our little wireframes, so our little stick figurine of Dinky Tehc, who is a little dog and also a half bat, keys moving down the line of trying to do these podcasts, which every single day is trying to develop a new wireframe. It's new energy that's spawning off of it every single day. And we're trying to focus on the primary impact by trying to develop that monetary energy as a core, and then again, develop the filtration system into philanthropy energy so that everyone catches on. And one of the things and ways we want to do that is try to leverage 3D printing eventually, or 3D printing and print-on-demand manufacturing with not just jewels and jewelry and necklaces and such things, but such things that are wearable, but also have things like chips in them, like microchips in them, but like are on the level of uniqueness for tracking different types of game energy, and that energy is to be able to transition and also be able to communicate with other people. For example, if you have a medallion that has a little chip in it and you get it from Dinky Tehc Change4Games Studios for that world, that the purpose in of itself can collaborate with other companies and such things, so that the data is able to retransmit itself, so that the global giving games is able to re-optimize itself, so that the optimization process for all humans is able to be optimized in terms of giving as the highest form of art, in terms of being able to be expressed in the most the highest frequency and the most frequent times as possible, and the most efficient, consistent turnover rate that is possible, so that the world is able to change. And in essence, we're able to flow and put our global action symbols together as a whole, and every day all of our symbols are automatically generating AI art, and they're automatically generating business music symbols that are titles for everybody's little DJ sets that's coming out of their heart as the highest form of art, because art is inside of heart, and it's the highest form that can be transmitting from the frequency center of this heart that is meant to transport and transponder and transpose all people into this world of traveling as a new form of social media, because that traveling transmits and transposes and transponds the heart and the human being into the potential, the highest potential of the global giving games, because giving is the highest form of art. So when you combine all those things and you develop social media and you develop video games that are games, the global giving games this has to do with giving to people across the world, and the global giving games, and all these things combined is trying to make this experience fun for everybody, just like when we were kids, but now we're all kids again. Oh yeah, cool, we get to be kids again. Yeah. That's why we started with a little video game tune like Zelda, and we'll end it with that as well. With that as well. Alright, thanks again, Dinky Tehc. Bye. Peace, bye.